One of the loudest venues in the NFL. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the Kansas City Chiefs. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First play, going to throw it. This one goes underneath to Walker. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker to third. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation.
And apparently not liking what was taking place, so he'll just tuck it and take the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Throwing on second and long. Powell. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Powell throwing on third down here. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Mahomes on third. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. A first down carry for Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. The Chiefs at 500, 7-7 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Quentin Jefferson able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll give Henry another shot. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? To throw, it's Mahomes. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble. 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it, the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone. There he goes, left side. The 20. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that, man. One play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
It is fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
He stiff arms it and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Trayvon Walker has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. First and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. This will cost him 11 yards there on the 2nd and goal sack.
Well, this defensive unit certainly picked a great time to make a stand. Back-to-back sacks, starting with 1st and goal. I have to believe that they'll continue to bring the pressure on 3rd down.
He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Good coverage on the outside. And I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he fires one that's intercepted. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Robbie Anderson with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 18 now. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. He's going to go up top again. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying to force plays, right? You try to get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll go play action. Howell. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And the Chiefs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On first down, Cottrell. And not much running room. Down to the 32. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He was true on his first. This is a tough one from 49 yards away. Butker's kick here is good. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Chiefs. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. Ooh, with a juke. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 99 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to Walker on first down. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On second down, it's Walker. And he's got room. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is up to 15 now. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. From the 27, Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Josh Jones. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Al down to throw it. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Robbie Anderson, 48 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Mahomes now on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Josh Jones. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Walker now on 1st and 10. And some room to work. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ken Walker with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Seahawks get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over. Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination? Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here. Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear. And now here is another interception. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles. It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved. He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half. Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him. Howell's throw is caught here by Anderson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it. He'll let it fly for Austin. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Yellow, yellow. Hey, 43, 15.
This one out quickly to Watkins. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. 2nd and 2. They go play fake. Mahomes going deep here for Watkins. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Quez Watkins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
3rd quarter action, and we appreciate you spending your Christmas Eve right here with us. 2nd and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. One thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Here's Walker to start the drive. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Powell, he'll look to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys with great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And now here is another interception. And the Seahawks are going to get the football back at their own 17. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Foye Oluokun finding his way to the ball for a stop. A tackle for loss. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Off play action. It's Howell. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. Robbie Anderson. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turns. And, my goodness, another interception. Tariq Woolen picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coaches...
And now here is another interception. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
219 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one a first down pickup of 8. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Here we go, here we go.
Oladokun fakes a give. Now he'll throw it. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time. Again, it'll be a pass. Oladokun.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop. There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest, and with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run some.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. There he goes, right side. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, Charles, to quote a Hall of Famer from the sport of baseball, Yogi Berra, it's deja vu all over again. They had the pick six earlier. Now another pick six here, and those plays certainly have contributed to this blowout that we're witnessing.
Absolutely, and they're up big. But you and I both know that defenses are not responsible for holding the score down. And when you have a chance at a pick six, you go snatch the ball and you take it the other way. None of this grab it, kneel down stuff. Take it all the way to the end zone, as we just saw there.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score.
Ready up. 18 rattle. 18 rattle. Check.
Play action. Here's Oladokun. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick them off for the second time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
Straight ahead, Walker. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.